I don't know, Mr. Simmons. I think you better talk to him from out here.
I said to open up. Go on, wait out there. Boy, you know who I am?
I know who you are. You're Gabe Simmons.
Mr. Simmons will do. Now, you know that I'm the man that put up the $5,000 reward that put you in here?
Oh, I know that, Mr. Simmons. I've just been praying to the good Lord every night that I get a chance to pay you back.
Well, now, I admire a man with spirit. No hard feelings, Jimmy. But when a man comes into my territory, into my town...
I know it's your town, Mr. Simmons. I didn't know you bought the whole country.
When a man comes into my territory robbing my banks, well, that's bad for business, Jimmy. And what's bad for business is bad business for me. Now, do you understand?
You wake me up in the middle of the night to tell me that I'm bad for your business, Mr. Simmons?
You've been an enemy, boy, an enemy of the people. Now, how would you like to wipe the slate clean? Do something for the people.
I'm doing something for the people. I'm giving them the pleasure of seeing me hang.
Well, do this thing, and maybe the people in their gratitude won't want that pleasure. Now, how'd you like to have a retrial, Jimmy? How'd you like to have a jury, my jury, bring in a verdict of innocent this time? Now, boy, I'm offering you your life back. Jimmy, how many men you killed?
Oh, I don't know. 6, 7, maybe.
10, 11, maybe?
That I could remember.
Well, then you wouldn't mind killing one more, would you?
Oh, I'd be obliged, but under the circumstances, I think that takes some doing.
Well, we'd release you to do the job. You see, you'd have a perfect alibi, Jim. He was sitting here in the jailhouse waiting to get hanged while the murder was committed.
Where are you going?
Oh, easy, Matt. Come on. Now, you get right home for supper, or your daughter's going to be awful put out with you. Come on.
Got a room for the night?
You'll have to settle for the whiskey. Town's been full up since early this morning. Big day tomorrow. Will Oakley's coming home.
How far is Hazleton?
Oh, about good 3 hours. If you got a bedroll, why don't you pick a nice soft spot outside of town and sack down? Start fresh in the morning.
Not a bad idea. How much?
$50.
Sign says 10 cents.
Supply and demand. Tomorrow's a holiday. Everything's gone up. Why don't you come back tomorrow for the big parade?
Don't know that I can afford it.
Good night, you dear horse. Oh, last night, night before, sing bye-bye, little holiday, and a few drinks, and the night before, sing bye-bye, little
Oh, Pa. Come on, Pa.
I'm all right.
Oh, let me help. Come on.
I said I was.
Oh,
See, look what you done.
oh, lie there all night for all I care. Find yourself a hole and bury yourself.
Here,
Oh, Pa. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
No trouble at all.
That's a nice-looking animal.
Yeah.
Now, Jimmy, stay out of sight until it's time, here? Go on now, move out now, go on.
Will, you hear that?
Don't shoot, men. I'll go quietly. Gabe, you old son of a gun.
Yeah. Now, Will, you still know how to ride a horse?
Still spot you 50 yards and wind up looking back at you. Well, now I'm gonna call you bluff, Will. I brought a horse out for you. Boy, bring that animal out.
Ooh. Which one of his legs is busted?
Now, the mayor says it's undignified for a United States congressman to ride horseback.
That's the way I rode out 18 years ago.
That's what I told him, man. Oh, Will, them things on the side of the horse, they're called stirrups. You're supposed to put your feet in them. Old fella, you want me to help you up on that horse? Now, look at him. Boy, he's in pretty good shape for an old fella.
Now I'm home.
Not yet, you ain't, Will. Have a cigar.
Well, that does complete the picture, all right. Good seeing you, Gabe.
Good seeing you, too, Will.
But there might be, well, a little residue of hard feelings.
You mean because of that bill that you've been trying to get through?
I understand you were interested in that acreage.
Well, that's 1,000 acres of oil-rich land. Anybody'd be interested, Will.
It's government property, Gabe. It'd be a crime to sell it to you at any price, much less for what you're offering.
Well, you can't blame a man for trying, now can you?
After I introduce my bill and after it passes, you won't be able to touch that land at any price, no matter how hard you try.
Now, Will, I'll fight you with everything I got. But if that bill gets passed... Well, look, now, let me put it this way. What is $1 million or so against our friendship?
Oh, my God! They're trying to kill me.
Will! Will!
Up there, look, on the ridge.
Will, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Will. Will, I promise you, whoever he is, wherever he goes, we'll find him and make him pay. Now, driver, you take the congressman back into town.